Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile one, I have a message for you. And today's reading goes into what does your higher guidance want you to know. So your higher guidance is coming through here with a message for you to show you something or to bring you clarity into something that is visible from a higher perspective. So, my dear pile one, what comes through for you already is this energy of there is something new for you, there is a new experience for you where it's a very joyful experience, very joyful. It brings in a lot of excitement, but there is also this sense of um, how do I how do I navigate myself within this new experience? So there is this sense of the vision I have is it's a whale. The whale is coming through, and the spirit of whale, they bring ancient wisdom. They bring ancient wisdom. They also bring the divine feminine aspect. There is a softness and a strongness in there. So softness and a lot of power. But there is this sense of you being pushed out of the breathing hole of the whale. So you are flying out of that hole and you are enjoying that flight. It's very exciting. It's a very new, exciting experience. So you are in the air, and then there is this point of you go up, and then there is this point of, oh, and now I have to go down also. So there is this sense that your higher guidance is wanting to come through here with messages of how to um, land back into the water in the best possible way. So this really feels like there is something new within your experience, which is very joyful, it's very blissful, it's very celebrational for your heart space, but there is also navigation needed to move you through this new experience. And the joy that is coming through here has to do something with a certain harvest. There is a harvest coming through which makes you extremely, extremely joyful. We have Sowilo here and we have Manas, the runes. This is the rune of the sun, the energy of the sun and wholeness. This is joy, pure joy. And Manas is the self. So there is really this experience of joy, excitement, of bliss. Bliss is better than it because it feels very high. So there is this experience of you experiencing a very new way of bliss, or maybe the first time that you ever experienced bliss. Also there, because I go from joy to bliss, maybe you know what is joy, and this experience will bring you bliss. So it's very, very high vibe. So what I feel for you, Pile 1, is that your higher guidance wants to come through to bring you certain messages in what to do with that. How? Because you go up and then there is this point of, okay, but now we have to go down also. To allow this experience to be a full joyful experience. That you don't hurt yourself when entering that water again. And again, the whale is coming through. There is really this very high, exciting vibe, but there is also this very serene, but very deep, very profound sense in here, energy in here. And there is a family feeling coming through. There is a feeling of infinity, very spacious feeling. It's a very beautiful combination of experiences, of feelings in here. And again, it has something to do with a certain harvest. This is something that will come, or has come already, within your experience, within your also 3D reality, that really feels like a harvest. So let's see what guidance wants to come through according to this. There is a message here for some to take a risk, but take a risk in the sense of, if a situation would be presented to you that asks you to step out of your comfort zone, but still feels in resonance with your soul, then there is a message here to go for that. Don't allow yourself to be moved in this moment by fear. And I come again to this vision, because if you are up there, you go up, and this is just gravity taking you, not gravity, but the strength of the blowing out of the water from the whale, which pushes you up. And then there is this point, and then if you at that point would go into fear, the chances that you would hurt yourself is bigger than that you at that moment would take a risk in making a certain move, which might feel a little bit scary, but it will allow you to enter that water very smoothly. So instead of in that moment going into fear, if you then take a risk and make a certain move that you nicely dive, something like that. So there is this take a risk, even though it feels or can feel scary, take that risk. And what comes through also very strong in here is speak to God. Speak to God, source, spirit, whatever you connect to. Whenever you are in a state of, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to navigate this, speak to God. Your higher guidance is really available for you if you take a moment and connect and ask the right questions. So through this whole blissful experience, really also take your moments to connect and to find your peace within. Okay, so we have angel Jeremiah coming through here. And this is the angel of dreams and visions, the angel of illumination and insight. His name means God's mercy. And an extra message that comes through from Jeremiah is overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. This surmounting is really jumping out for me because it feels like that you are really going high. You are really being pushed into the high, into the air, literally in the vision, but in your experience you are being pushed through or to heights that you have not experienced before in this lifetime. And it's really important to navigate yourself through in the best possible way. And for that, the main guidance that comes through is speak to God, connect. Make sure that you have a good connection with your guidance and communicate with them on a regular basis. Walk hand in hand with your guidance. The whale, there is more messages from the whale that want to come through. Okay. So for some, because I just said it's really important that you strengthen your relationship with your guidance now. It's really important. And ask your guidance about this whale. Connect to the spirit of the whale. Connect to your guidance. Connect to the spirit of the whale and ask. Ask the questions that you want to ask, because there are messages in there for you. The spirit of the whale is the spirit of whale is bringing you or is carrying you out of the depth, out of the deepest area. And the spirit of whale is carrying you and pushing you into the height. So whomever feels a resonance in here, connect to the spirit of whale. It's like you are making massive jumps. And also this with the whale carrying you, there is really this, you are making massive jumps within your experience. It's gonna feel like that suddenly you're gonna move very fast. So it's possible you have been stagnant for a while within a certain area. And now it's like everything is moving you very high and very far in a fast tempo. There is acceleration in here, a big energy of acceleration, but really jumping to heights. And then this take a risk again. So it's very possible on wherever you are now, whatever is showing up for you, there will be things that are really pulling you out of your comfort zone, but go with it. Don't make any decision coming from out of a place of fear. You can, no, but everything is supporting you now to really to go, to go. And in these moments that you maybe fear or that you feel like, wow, I'm being pulled out of my comfort zone, strongly here, connect. Connect, find your peace. And there you will also find the strength to take that step out of your comfort zone. All fences, mind cages that were built, everything is breaking open. Strong. This is strong. In a good way, but it's strong. Take care of the details also. Be aware of the details. Whatever shows up for you, look into the details. Don't use the details as reasons to don't go somewhere, but just be very aware. Be very aware of everything around you. And again, this vision is coming. If you are then in that point, the point where the direction changes, then it's also about looking at your surroundings and seeing, okay, where can I go? There is a rock, there is another fish, or you just look, what are your surroundings and where is it safe to dive again. So be aware, but it's all in a good way, really. It's very, don't know if I even have a word for this. What is the word for this? Adventurous comes a little nearby, but it's more than that. Four of Cups, Six of Cups, together 10 of Cups. Three of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Okay. I want to clarify this before I say anything. We have the Hermit coming through 3 times. So really, this feels like the main message from your higher guidance in this moment. Whatever happens for you now, wherever you are, strengthen this connection on a regular basis. Make a habit of communicating with your guidance daily. There is something coming in for you that you don't see coming. something that you don't see coming, but it might be something that you worked on or tried to manifest in the past, and then it feels from some time ago already. This is not for all, but it might be a situation like that for some. Something that you worked on in the past, try to manifest, and then for some reason you put it to the back burner. Do you say it like that? To the You put it aside, and you were not busy with that anymore, and suddenly something comes from there. Something comes out of that. It's from a while ago. But for all of you, this we have the Ace of Wands here. So this is really something new that is coming in for you, that you are very passionate about. Something that is really it's sparking your passion, it's sparking your creativity, it's sparking your enthusiasm, it's sparking your joy. Of course, we have this blissful experience. But it has to do, I say what I just said from this, something that you worked on in the past, but it feels for all, it has something to do with the past. It has something to do with the past. And it also feels that there are other people involved, people from your past, or people from a past life, or people that you will meet and that you will really feel, I know you. There is an instant recognition of the soul. And this is related to that new experience. Someone wants to work with you, other people want to work with you, collaborations, and this will offer you, it will offer you stability, whatever that means for you. For a lot of you, this is about financial stability, but not for all. It's about stability, whatever that means for you. And it will offer it to you within and without. It really feels also this is coming in the 3D reality. This is coming in your in the earthy realms. Again, the Page of Swords and the Hermit. So, pile one, the main message that I feel for you, what your higher guidance wants to say to you is really connect. Connect, connect, connect. Communicate daily with your guidance. Go into this spirit of the whale. Connect to the spirit of the whale. There is a lot of messages and a lot of clarity, a lot of guidance available for you. But you have to connect. It will also show up for you in signs outside, but there is really a need to connect. A need, I don't like that word, but there is, if you want to get the best out of this amazing situation that is presented to you or will be presented to you, then connect. And if you do, this is gonna be a magical journey. A magical journey leading you into stability, whatever that means for you. It's gonna be joyful and blissful anyhow, but it's then about, okay, and how do we now um, navigate that so this whole experience can be and stay blissful and stable? Hmm. Okay, my beautiful pile one. No, one more. One more, and then I will leave you with this. Wow. Soulcraft. Hmm. If you hear any sounds, it's my dog. She's breathing. And you hear it. I know you hear it through the mic. Soulcraft. Wow. Okay, so again, this it all comes together to this learning to navigate this new experience, this new aspect of yourself, which has always been there, but it's now the time is right to stand in that experience with all the knowledge you have in this moment, with the light you possess in this moment, with the wisdom you have access to in this moment. The time is right for you to craft, to shape yourself within this new experience. So you can easily walk this path with confidence. That is in there also. It is when we learn something new in the beginning, we have no idea how to navigate that, how to do all these things, and that's why we learn and how we learn. So an amazing, beautiful opportunity, a magical opportunity is being offered to you or will be offered to you, and your guidance is asking you to connect with them to nicely navigate you through, to shape you within this new experience so you can walk this new experience with confidence, with grace, with ease, with flow. Okay, my beautiful pile one, this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading and I hope this was helpful. I'm sending lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 2, I have a message for you. And today's reading goes into what does your higher guidance want you to know. So your higher guidance will come through in these readings with certain messages for you that come from a higher perspective than your human perspective. So pile 2, what I sense for you already is it's like you are coming out of a dark place. You are coming out of a dark place, whatever that means for you. And while you come out of this dark place, you come to a point where it's a path. There is a path that is coming out of a dark forest. And at one point, there is a T. So the road goes or to left or to right. But in front of you, there is no road, but it's an open area, and the sun is shining directly from that area upon your face. So you are standing on this cross point, and it's like your old self, the conditioning of your old self is or I go left or I go right. There are no other options. But you are standing there, and the only direction you want to go in, you feel to go in, is straight. But there is no road. So it's unknown territory, but it is your way to go. So there is really this sense in here. I pulled some cards and some runes already. There is a sense in here to allow yourself to do the things in a different way than you did them before. Think, act, feel in a different way than you did before. Because left or right is conditioned. This is what you know already. And your soul really wants to expand. Your soul really wants to grow, and your soul wants to walk direction to the sun. But you are doubting in that cross point. You are like, what do I have to do now? And there is really a message coming through for you already that says, don't allow yourself to be led or to make choices that come from a place of fear of being disappointed. So there might be something on that. So you are now, or you will be around this period, come to a point where you feel you want to go a completely different direction than where you have been before. And when you are standing on that point, literally or in your experience, quite possible, fear of disappointment will come up. Fear will come up. And it has to do something with disappointment. And what I feel in here is that maybe on that path that you want to go, although it's unknown territory, there are certain things that you see in there, that you sense in there, that are of the same vibration of situations that disappointed you in the past. And this might be a tricky point for you to say, I don't go there because I will be disappointed again. But your higher guidance is really coming through with this message: follow the sun. Go direction to the sun. Take a risk is coming through also, and this also came through in pile 1. So there might be also a message for you, although it also feels like a collective, that we are being moved into directions that are new for us, and that it's very important that we pull ourselves out of our comfort zone. because we want change, we need change. But if we stay in our comfort zone, there is very little growth in our comfort zone. There is. And sometimes it's also really important to stay in your comfort zone. But it really feels like here there is a situation that is being presented to you or will be presented to you, where you are really being asked to step out of your comfort zone, to step over this fear of disappointment. And the disappointment is coming through very strong. So this really feels linked to something from the past, certain situation, certain circumstance that reminds you of it, or that will come up in that moment of should I go there. There is really this invitation in your energy of go out in the world. Go out into the world like you are a child, like there is nothing to fear. Everything is safe, you are just playful, you are just exploring without all this baggage that is there. And again, this disappointment is coming through very strong for you. I want to go a little bit deeper into what is this, because it feels important. If you encounter double numbers, look into them, because your higher guidance is coming through in this period through numbers. And especially if the numbers are double, or if you see a certain number and you see it again. Look into that, because again, your higher guidance is communicating you through numbers. Not only through numbers, but numbers are coming through strong. So be aware of the numbers. Especially if there are sevens involved. It's like the 7 is coming through, and the 7 is like a flag to make you alert. And then the 7, because the 7 is there, you are like, okay, and then you look around and then you see a certain double number somewhere. And it's that specific number in that moment has a message for you. But again, this 7, it's like a bell. Hello, now look, now be aware. So in the first place, be aware of the 7s. 7 is also, it's an energy of spiritual support. It's really spirit speaking directly to you. Also, it also has to do with lessons. It also has to do with certain wisdom. But here it really feels like spirit is directly, or your guidance is directly putting that flag in your face. Open your eyes, look around. Do you see any double numbers? If so, look into that, because there is a message in there. I want to see into this disappointment. What is this about? Okay. Let me double check this. What I feel in here is like you have been disappointed a lot in promises that were made to you. Promises from other people. It's like I get this sense of certain people promising you the world. Do you say it like that in English? They promise you paradise, and in within a certain naivety, which is not a bad thing. It's just I feel an innocence in there also, that you really trust in what people say to you, and then they promise you paradise. You trust in these people, and you go in, and then you get very disappointed. So whatever this situation is, whatever this cross point is for you, and whatever this direction is where the sun is really shining on you, and the fact that the sun is shining on you, it's it's important for you also to tap into your feeling there, and to feel, is this direction resonating with my soul? Besides the fear, is this something that lights up my being? Is this something that makes me excited? Is this something that that is really pulling me? And I lost it. Within that situation, again, first step in, feel, is this really resonating with me? And then, because I feel people coming through here. So again, with this disappointment, this, if there are certain people in that situation where the sun is shining, there is an invitation to, besides what happened in the past, to still open yourself up. Doesn't mean you have to completely put yourself in a vulnerable state. It just means like, okay, I come from a centered place, I come from a stable base, but I do am open to see where this is taking me, without expecting that these people within that sunshine direction are going to disappoint you. There is really an invitation here to step over that. And the fact that it comes through so much with this disappointment, it also feels like there is an opportunity for you in there, in that cross point, to let go of this baggage that you are carrying with you from the past. Because it feels like more situations wherein other people have disappointed you according to promises. And the moment that you choose to go there again, but very consciously, very aware, you also choose in that moment to drop that backpack, which doesn't mean it cannot show up anymore. But this is like your commitment to yourself to say, I will not let myself be ruled by the baggage that I carry, by the situations from the past. I will choose now this new direction, even though it feels a little the same. The possibility of disappointment is there, but I will not let it change my direction. I will not allow it to stay in my comfort zone. So, this moment you choose that, you are choosing to drop the backpack. You are choosing to heal this. Choosing to heal this with the eye on, I will not let myself be ruled by this anymore. There is another message coming through with all of this to really don't worry. Trust fate. Yeah, a lot of broken promises I feel in here, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you, really. But also this looked at it from the higher perspective. It's a part of your soul growth to go through this, and to don't let yourself be ruled by this. To don't let yourself be made small by this. To find your value, even when people disappoint you. And there is also a part in there of expectations. We should never expect anything, especially from other people. If we go into expectation, we will always be disappointed. We will always be disappointed. There is just if people say they gonna do something, I really stand for the importance of walking your talk for yourself in the first place, because if you say you're gonna do something, you should do your utmost best to also follow up on that. If something comes in between, you give a proper reason for that. But then with other people, there is also this sense of to do our utmost best to don't expect anything. So whatever does happen is like an extra. I made a video about that on my other channel. Maybe I will put the link. Expectations. Anyway, pile 2. I will go into further guidance for you. What do you need to know right now? What does your higher guidance wants to bring through right now? The 9 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. And here she really comes through as independence. And this I also felt already, but I didn't want to go there because I know it can be a tricky point to speak about. But a lot of times when we expect certain things from other people, there is also a mirror in there a mirror and an opportunity in there to learn to give to ourselves what we are expecting from other people. Because as long as we are expecting from other people to fill up our own cup, disappointment will follow. There will be a lot of situations that are reflecting to you that these things that you are expecting from someone else, that you have to learn to give them to yourself. And I feel that in here. Don't take me wrong. There is nothing. It's just a learning process. It's what we do. It's how we learn. But with the 9 of Pentacles in here, I really feel this independence in there. And this independence in the sense of I know how to fill up my own cup. And also from there, being on that cross point, if I know how to fill up my own cup, meaning I don't need anything from anyone external. Whatever comes to me, I am in gratitude for it, but I don't need it. I'm standing in my own independence. And from that place, I can walk with confidence into this new direction. Because whatever happens there, maybe people will break their promise. Maybe certain situations will show up which are unpleasant, but I am standing in my independence. I know how to fill up my own cup, and if I know how to fill up my own cup, I can walk wherever I want to go. I will always have myself, this stable balance within, to come back to. Whatever happens, I can count on me. And I really feel that in here. The Two of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and Judgment. I want to clarify the Two of Wands. This feels like Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. The Two of Wands clarified by the Two of Pentacles, and this is about choices. It's 2 times 2, and this really feels like this cross point. Also, the way it's presented here, how she is standing here, it feels like that. So you are coming out of this dark forest, and then you are standing on this crossroads, and your old self would only see 2 options, left or right. But now there is this new thing awakening in you that feels like, I want to go there. And the Five of Cups next to it, this is about releasing, letting go, loss. Some things you have to let go, and it really feels like that on that cross point. If you choose to go direction the sun, you are also choosing to release your old self, to drop that backpack. And in there, in that choice, in that path that is in front of you, that sunshiny path, the sun shining straight on your face there, on your soul, lighting up your soul. This is the path that your soul is calling you to go into. This is the right path for you. And this path will fill you, even though challenges will possibly show up, always. It's just about how we navigate through. But even though challenges might be there, you're gonna be in awe. The fact that you choose there to step out of your old self, to drop your old skin and to walk the path of your soul, or walk the path where your soul is calling you, will also open you up for new experiences, which will feel very magical. It's like trading the eyes of disappointment for the eyes of wonder. Trading the eyes of disappointment for the eyes of wonder. Okay. One more here. focus. Funny. Focus. And what I feel here is that it's really related to the numbers came back again. To be aware of the numbers and focus, it's number 37. So this is what I mean. If there is a 7, it's not that you have to start looking now for 7s. Just do your thing. But if a 7 shows up, really focus, be aware of your surroundings and see what jumps out for you. There are messages in there about numbers. And this part of you, my dear beautiful pile 2, whenever you come to this point, or if you are there already, choose the path that your soul is calling you to go into. Do not allow yourself to be stopped by fear of disappointment. Choose to drop that. Choose to trade your eyes of disappointment for the eyes of wonder and enjoy the sunshine, the illumination of that new path. And don't worry, trust, have faith. Because your guidance is always walking with you. You are never, never alone. If we feel alone, it means we are disconnected from God's source spirit. When we connect again, the feeling of being alone immediately falls away. It doesn't exist there. So my beautiful pile 2, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And I'm sending you lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one. Hello, beautiful souls, divine beings. Welcome in this lovely space with me. Whomever chose pile 3, I have a message for you. And today's reading goes into what does your higher guidance wants you to know. So your higher guidance will come through with certain messages that come from a higher perspective than your human perspective. And your higher guidance will bring through the messages that you need to hear in this specific moment. Pile 3, what I feel for you, what I sense for you is this. The first thing I saw was a lot of feathers, and then I saw the bird flying, and really this sense of spreading your wings and feeling safe to spread your wings also. And then I sense you into a position where you are sitting. If you hear any sounds, it's my dog. I feel you in a position where you are sitting up, and this feels like a form of control, not strongly, but there is still some control in there. And then I feel you sliding in a horizontal position, and you are sliding into a massive wing, and there you fall asleep. So the main energy that is in here is surrender. Surrender. But also you feeling safe enough to surrender. And the energy of the sky comes through very, very strongly. So the air, or you are an air sign, or this is a situation with an air sign. But the sky, literally the sky with clouds is coming through very strong here. So Let's see where this reading is going to, but I pulled already some runes and I pulled some cards. And also for you, it came through in all the piles. Take a risk. Take a risk. And there might be a message for you in the other two piles, although it really feels like a collective message to get out of our comfort zone. To really, whatever situation you are in, to do, think, act, and feel in different ways than we used to do before. And for you, it really feels like it's connected with this surrender. The angels are coming through also very strong, also with this wing, this massive wing that is holding you, and where you are just coming to a place of peace within this wing, being carried by this wing. So your higher guidance, it also feels for you that the angels are working very closely to you. If you feel connected with them, communicate with your angels. I also feel I want to pull an angel card for you. But this air, there is something with the sky here that is very, very significant for you. And there is also this sense of your human experience, the experience of you walking on the earth that is changing. So it's like you are adapting to new ways of moving yourself, in a sense. Something like this also came through in pile 1, so there might be a message in there for you. But still it's different. There is something here where you are, your physical body adapting to a different way of moving. Learning to fly instead of walking. There is also a big, big message here to whatever situation you are in or will be around this time. Always, at all times, look at it from the highest possible perspective. And your angels coming through again. They really want to connect with you. Archangel Ariel is coming through, and Archangel Jophiel. Beautiful. Okay. So Ariel, she is the angel of nature. Her name means the lioness of God. And whatever is involved with nature, with animals, the environment, the planet, also the universe, she is taking care of that. She's also very connected with everything that has to do with children, with birth, with pregnancy. So there might be a message in here for some if you are pregnant, or if there is something that is related to children that you have questions about, or that you are facing challenges with. It might be good for you to connect to Ariel according to that. But what I mainly feel in here is the birds. the birds again. And this the sky, clean sky. If you have some ideas about something that is calling you to work with nature, maybe something that is directly connected to the sky, clean air, but something that is calling you to work with nature in a way, then it's coming through really strong that this is a very good idea. And also there Ariel is coming through and asking you to connect with her. We also have Archangel Jophiel, and she is the angel of beauty. Her name is translated as beauty of God. And she is like the patron saint of all the artists, anyone who is busy with creativity, anyone who tries to express themselves through art, which is very wide. Art is very wide. But anyone who feels they want to express themselves in a creative way, she is coming through very strong, and she's asking also to connect with her. She also comes through in the sense of if you have difficulties to see the beauty in certain situations, she also comes through for that. As she offers new perspective. If you are focused on something that is negative, and it's very difficult to shift your perspective, to see that situation from the highest possible perspective or from a higher perspective, connect to Jophiel for this. Creativity is coming through also very strong here. And this air, there is really something here with this sky. Maybe some of you are playing with a certain idea that is completely new. You never saw anything like this before. It's completely new. The sky is the limit. This, maybe it can seem like this is completely out of my reach, but there is a message in here for some or for someone, that if you got an idea recently, or if you will get an idea around this time that seems like completely out of the box. Take a risk, completely out of your comfort zone, but out of the comfort zone of the collective, it feels like here. This is, she's drinking. So if you are playing with an idea like that, or if something comes to you, go with that, because there is a lot of potential in there. And it also feels like it will open up a path that is not existing yet in this reality for many people, Sorry for the sound. Maybe I'll wait a little. So there is this sense of this following through with this idea will open up a path that is not existing yet for the collective. And it feels like it's within your purpose to open up this path. It's difficult to grasp this. And this is also, this is exactly what I mean. It's like, because it's unknown, it's also difficult to catch it out of the collective, because the collective doesn't know this yet. Although time is an illusion, and we are all one being, and we can all tap into the same consciousness. We are all the same being and the same consciousness, but still there is this. It's like when the ships arrived. I think it was Columbus, no? When the ships arrived to the tribes, at first, when the ships arrived at the ocean, the people from the tribes, they didn't see the ships because they never saw anything like that before. It's only when they arrived close to the land that they saw the ships. So there is this sense of this is really something that is unknown for the masses of people. And an idea will come to you, an inspiration will come to you, very creative, something has to do with environment, the air, the air that's coming through again, which can also lead to a certain inspiration, a certain idea that is coming straight from God, source, spirit, whatever you connect to. But this will open up something for the collective. That I feel a lot of influence, in the sense of a big influence on masses of people through this. And there it makes sense, this feeling of moving your body into an environment that is unknown for you, learning to walk in a new way, learning to fly. So whomever this is for, if you get ideas or inspirations that are completely out of the box, go with it, because this is divinely guided. And you are also divinely supported in this. Because the impact of this is gonna be massive. There is a feeling in here of making the life of many people a lot more easy, a lot more light. Let me go a little bit deeper into this. Connect to your angels, speak to God, God, source, spirit, whatever you connect to. It feels like you are being trusted with something. that comes straight from God. And you are being tasked by God, by your higher guidance, to bring this idea into fruition. And this is a message for all here. Whatever the moments you connect now to the angels, to God, Source, Spirit, the inspirations you get there, there is a sense in here of being tasked with. It's almost like getting directions to do certain things and following up on them. There is also a warning in here to whatever comes to you to double check. So not if a certain inspiration comes to you and then without really going in there, okay, I'm gonna do that. It's really going profoundly in there in communication with your guidance to work this out. So be aware to don't be, what is the word? To don't be cannot find the word in English. Yeah, just go deeply into it before you act on it. The word is here, I just cannot grasp it. Impulsive. Don't be impulsive. Feel deeply into this and work this out with your guidance. We have 3 more that want to come out. That's a lot of messages. So a lot of messages are available for you here. A lot of guidance is with you here. Yeah, something is coming to you straight from source. With a high speed. So there is, I come back to this vision of with the angel wing, this surrender. There is this sense of whatever comes to you, don't be impulsive about it, but really go into this. Really go into this. Communicate with your guidance about this. But also this, don't doubt the inspirations that you get. Because like I say, there is really this sense of this is coming straight to source. Whatever has to do with nature, with these animals, the sky, creativity, any inspirations that come to you now, don't doubt the fact that they are inspirations coming from source. So there is a double message in here. It's about Don't doubt where they come from, but also double check where they come from. Because guidance is coming through you, coming to you, straight from God's source spirit. But there is also other guidance interacting with this, and it's up to you to really feel where it is coming from. Connect to your higher guidance, connect to your angels, connect to God's source spirit to really feel if the inspirations or which inspirations come from there and which ideas are coming from a lower vibration. So double check. But then also this surrender. So like I say, it's really this double message, double check. But when you come to the point, I am sure this is coming from God's source spirit, then also surrender into what is been given there to you. The moment that you know you are connected to the right guidance, surrender into that guidance. But double check in which guidance you surrender. Nothing to fear here, just about strengthening yourself in your guidance, because like I say, this guidance, your guidance is coming straight from source. And this also means that you have to be able to use discernment in what is coming from the right place and what is not. What is coming from a place that is serving you and the highest good of all, and what is not. So this is also in there. For some, this is related okay. Okay, I feel divine union in here. And for some, this might be related to someone else. But the main thing I feel in here is like whatever is coming through now is really your divine union with your guidance, with God. Your divine union within and your divine union with God. And this is creating this openness to receive inspirations that are leading you into a wish fulfillment which is human perspective based. I hope you can follow me. So there is something in your human experience that you have been trying to manifest or are been trying to manifest for a while, and this inspiration is been given to you, which will also allow for you to be to have this wish fulfillment. But it doesn't feel like this is the purpose of this. It's just a consequence of, because your connection is so strong, because your connection is so pure, it's just a consequence that also your human wish will be fulfilled in here. But I feel in here it's like there should not be too much focus on this human wish fulfillment, Although if you are worried about that in your human experience, there is also a promise here. Don't worry about that, because this is just all been worked out. You are working now for the higher good of all. The collective is really in here. You are working in service for the collective, which also allows you, or which also brings in rewards for your human self. I hope that makes sense. I feel my message is very airy, or here also it's this air. I want to pull some clarification, because there is a message in there. There is another message in there. I feel it's difficult for me to speak in clarity to you. And then again, I come back to this collective, where there is again this idea completely out of the box, and the collective or people around not really understanding um, not really understanding the 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 essence of your idea, the essence of your inspiration. There will only be understanding the moment that it's been created. And for there, it's just about you communicating with your guidance about this, to work this out. Because it also feels like that. It's about you and your guidance together in union, working this out. And only when it's worked out, because of the result that is then visible or possible to experience, that the collective will also be open for this. But without proof, in a sense, it feels like that. Without proof, it's difficult to grab this. But it will be possible to grasp for you. This is something that has to do with your mission. This is something that has to do with your purpose. And this is between you and God. I also feel no other people involved in here, which doesn't mean there is no sense of loneliness. Again, if we are connected to God, Source Spirit, loneliness doesn't exist in there. But there is really this independence. You and God. This is between you and God. This is something you are working out with God, with your guidance, preparing it for the collective, preparing it for other people. And if for some this feels too big, I come back to creative projects. Whatever inspirations you get now, whatever ideas you get now, this is for all. In the first place, make sure that the inspiration comes from the right place. And once you are sure that the inspiration comes from the right place, surrender into that and allow God's Source Spirit, whatever you connect to to guide you and to carry you, again this wing, to carry you in the creation of this inspiration. But here also for all, it really feels like this is between you and God, between you and your guidance. And I see you working very hard and very masterful on something. Something that is illuminating. So whatever comes out of this, whatever project, whatever creation comes out of this inspiration, it will, the energy or the essence of this creation will be one of illumination in whatever sense, in whatever resonates with you. And it will provide for your human needs very well. I want to go a little bit more into this air, and then I'm gonna leave you with this. Interesting reading here, very interesting reading. What else is there in the air? Distance, discovery, distance, discovery, limitless potential. Again, the sky is the limit. So there is, this air is really, go with ideas that are completely out of the box. Inspirations that are completely out of the box. Go with it. Go with it, because it's going to lead to something extraordinary for any of you. Limitless potential. Okay, my beautiful pile tree, I'm gonna leave you with this. I hope this message brought you some clarity, because like I say, it's kind of in the air. But whomever I'm reading for, it will be clear. Be clear or get clear for you. So stay aware of the inspirations you get. Connect to the angels also. Double check where your guidance is coming from. And when you know it's coming from the right place, surrender into that, because it's going to lead to extraordinary creations. So my dear pile tree, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of light, lots of peace and blessings for each and every one.